Good morning, students. Um, See, in the last lecture, we have seen about the question answers of chapter number one, that is matter around us. Okay. I hope you have written these question answers in your notebooks. Okay, and I hope there are no queries. If you have any queries, you can share it on the WhatsApp. I can solve your queries. Okay. Now see, chapter number two is matter around us pure? Chapter number 2 of our chemistry is matter around us pure? Now in the chapter 1 we have already studied that what is matter. What is matter? So matter, what is it exactly? Matter is nothing but anything that occupies a space and has certain mass. Okay, matter is anything that occupies a space and have certain mass. So these are the two basic things that fulfills the conditions of being matter. What first is uh, having mass. It should have a mass, plus second thing, it should occupy the space. It should occupy some space. So if these two things are there, then we can say that the thing is matter. Okay, the thing is matter. So matter is nothing but anything in our surrounding which occupies a space and have some mass. So that is called as matter. Now thing is that in the day-to-day life we see that many things are we say that the milk is pure, the water is pure. Okay, the the salt is pure, or the air is pure. Okay, but these definitions of purity is not applicable in chemistry. In chemistry these things are not applicable. When we say water is pure, but actually water is a mixture. Okay, but how, that we are going to study from this chapter. Okay, this chapter will answer all these questions of uh, you know what we say pure, and the matter which is around. Matter is in present in our surrounding, whether it is pure or impure, that we are going to find out from this chapter. We are going to discover that really what we say that a particular thing is pure, whether it is really pure, that we are going to study from this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is asking us a question, and we are going to discover the answer of this question through this chapter. So the first chapter is matter in our surrounding, and the second chapter we are going to begin is matter around us pure. Okay, so this is a question. Actually this is a question. So let us go to the chapters, that is classification of matter. Okay, classification of matter. So first and foremost question, that how the matter is classified. How the matter is classified? So matter is classified on the basis of physical state. Matter is classified on the basis of physical state, and on the basis of physical state there are three states of matter. Which are they? Solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so these are the three states of matter on the basis of states of matter, physical states of matter. But when we say this physical state, this is just a classification of matter. Now whatever things are present in our surrounding, they basically exist in these three states. If water is taken, that can exist in all three states, that is solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so in different forms these substances exist in the nature. Okay, so the matter on the basis of physical state, classified on the basis of physical state, and the matter is classified into three main states, that is solid, liquid, and gas. That's we already studied in the last chapter. Okay, but there is one more classification of the matter, and that is on the basis of chemical composition of matter. Chemical composition. What? Chemical composition. Now you will say, sir, what is the meaning of chemical composition? So chemical composition is nothing but the internal structure. What? Internal structure. Now solid we say by outer appearance. When we say particular thing is solid, that we say from outer appearance, external appearance. We say this particular thing is water or liquid because of external appearance. We say this is ice because of external appearance. Ice is in solid state because it maintains the shape. So we can observe and identify these things, but inside that ice what particles are there, we cannot identify that. So these internal characteristics of the matter or substance is a chemical composition that comes under the chemical composition. So internal structure that comes in the chemical composition. So on the basis of internal or chemical composition, matter can be classified into two main types. Matter can be classified into two main types, that is pure substances and mixture. Pure substances and mixture, this is pure substance, and another type of matter is mixture. Okay, now we say that water is pure. The drinking water, the water that we drink is pure. What does it mean? What does that purity means? Is it really pure? Okay, so as I told you in the beginning only, that meaning of purity is not accepted here, is not required here. This is in the chemistry, pure substances means something else. Another thing is that mixture. Now mixture, when we say mixture, it's obviously the when we mix few things together, that forms a mixture. Obviously it has more than one type of particles in it. Okay, so when we say mixture, it means that it has, like in the day-to-day life we use mixture like farsan and all, different things, save and all things we mix, and that's why it is called mixture. It means that it has different types of ingredient in it. Mixture contains different types of ingredient in it. So similarly, substances or the matter, some of the matter is a mixture, some of the matter is pure. Okay, so what is this mixture and what is this pure substances that we are going to study from this chapter. So let us see the next point, that pure substances are of two type. Again, the pure substances further classified into two types, that is elements and compounds. These pure substances are further classified into two types, that is elements and compounds. On the other hand, the mixtures are classified into again two types, that is homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so entire these things we are going to discuss in this chapter, that what are the pure substances, what are its type. Now pure substance, we say elements and compounds. So what are elements and what are compounds, how do we represent them, what are mixture, what are the characteristics of mixture, what are the homogeneous mixtures, what are the heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, so that's what we are going to study from this chapter now. So let's go to the next slide, that is pure substance and mixtures. Okay, the first thing from the chapter that we are going to study is pure substance and mixtures. Now see, as I told you, the pure word which we use in the day-to-day life, that sense is not accepted here. So what is the meaning of pure substances? Okay, what is the meaning of pure substances? So let us see what is pure substances. Okay, so let us see the definition of pure substances. See, a pure substance means the substance that consists of single type of atom. Substance that consists of single type of matter in it, or same type of matter in it. Now for example, this is my container. Okay, this is my container, and all the atoms in this container are of same type. There is no other atom. For example, if this type of different particle comes, okay, this is the for different particle. So if these type of particles are there, then it will be mixture. But if they are not there, if these type of particles are not there, it means that it is, if these only same type of particles are there in the matter, it means that it is pure. There is no foreign particles. For example, if you take an example of hydrogen. What if you take an example of hydrogen, oxygen, okay, copper, then H2O, okay, iron. These are all, if you see these substances. Now if you, for example, you say hydrogen. Now hydrogen is actually a pure substance because entire hydrogen container consists of only and only hydrogen gas particles, okay. So other than the hydrogen particle there is nothing else in that container. It means that this container consists of purely hydrogen gas. Similarly, if you have an oxygen container, in that oxygen container there is no other particle than oxygen. It means that all the particles present in that container are of oxygen only, are of oxygen only. If you say iron rod, if you take an example of iron rod, okay, then if you say iron rod, Fe rod. Now Fe means iron, Fe is the symbol of iron. Now if you take an example of that iron rod, so all the particles here, all the particles are of iron only. There are no particles other than iron. So identical particles, there is no other particle. So if because of identical particles present in that particular matter, it will be considered as pure. It will be considered as pure. So you know, so what is the meaning of pure substances here? The substance consists of, a pure substance consists of, which consists a single type of substance in it or single type of particles in it. Okay, the pure substance consists of single type of particles. As I told you, hydrogen means all particles of hydrogen. If you take oxygen gas, all the particles present in that container only oxygen. If you take iron, all the particles of iron only, okay. So that's why that particular substance will be called as pure substance. Now when we say, I'll give you one example here, okay. See, for example, milk, we say pure milk, we say pure milk, but is it actually a pure substance? No, it's not actually a pure. Milk is actually a mixture. Reason why is it so? It is because that milk consists of different substances. Like milk is actually a mixture of sugar present in it, like a lactose sugar, okay. Then it also have some quantity of water in it. It also have proteins in it, okay. It also have vitamins in it, okay. It also contain some minerals in it. So these are all together different types of components, and milk is having all these components in some or the other quantity. So because of presence of all these factors or all these components in the milk, milk can't be called as pure in the chemistry. In the chemical language or in the chemistry language, milk can't be called as pure substance, but we say generally milk is pure, right? So air is also not considered as a pure. It's a mixture actually. We say pure air, we should breathe in the pure air, but actually air is not a pure, because even air is also a mixture of different gases. Now air, if you can see the air has hydrogen gas in it, nitrogen gas in it, oxygen gas in it, helium in it, okay, then dust particle in it. So these are different things, humidity, that is moisture in it. So all these things are present in the some or the other quantity in the air also. So air also can't be called as pure. We cannot say air is pure. So air is actually a mixture, okay. So I hope this definition of pure substance is clear. Now pure substance means, once again, substance or the things which consist of same type of particle in it. A thing that consists of same type of particles in it, then that time it will be called as pure substance. Okay, examples are given here. Examples are copper, hydrogen, oxygen, water, common salt. Okay, these are all examples of pure substances. Now second thing is that what is mixture? What is mixture? Now see, mixture, once again, mixture is opposite of pure substances. In pure substance we have seen all the particles of same type, identical, right, having same property. But in the mixture, that substance consists of many type of particles in it. Like for example, soil, if you see soil has small particles, big particles, humus particles in it, then mineral particles in it, silica particles in it, rock particles in it, dust particle in it, है ना? So this is the mixture of many different particles. So soil is a mixture. If you see seawater is also a mixture because it is having salt and water in it. If you see air, as I told you before sometime, air is also a mixture. Sand and salt is also considered as a mixture. Sugar in water is also considered as a mixture. Salt in water, that is saline water, is also considered as a mixture. So this is nothing but a mixture. The mixture is the substance that consists of more than one type of particle in it. You got it? So mixture is opposite of pure substances. So pure substance consists of same type of particle, and mixture consists of different type of particle. So as far as the difference is concerned, as far as difference between the pure substance and pure mixture is considered, let us see the differences. Okay, now see, first difference is pure substance consists of single type of substance in it. Okay, single type of substance means, for example, this container consists of all the red particles in it, all the red particles in it, all the red particles, nothing else other than red. Okay, nothing else, only and only red particles. So this will be called as purely red. Now if I just paint it, if I just paint it, all the things are present only red and red and red. Okay, so there is nothing else other than red. Okay, so it's a purely red color. So same type of particles. But on the other hand, if you see the mixture, and if you, this is the container, then there are some particles which are of red color, then there are some particles which are of blue color. So this will be called as mixture. More than one color. So mixture consists of two or more pure substances. For example, oxygen is mixed in hydrogen, so it will be considered as a mixture. So two pure components का mixture अगर लेते हैं तो that will be considered as a mixture. Okay, so this is the first difference between the pure substances and mixtures. Now second difference is pure substance can't be separated into other substances by physical methods. For example, if you want to separate oxygen gas, O2 gas, you can't simplify it further. It's already a pure. It's already a pure substance. Second difference between the pure substance and mixtures is the pure substances can't be separated into another substance by physical methods. I think that we have studied already. And like for example, if you say O2 gas, O2 can't be simplified further into more simple way substances, because O2 is already a pure substance. On the other hand, if you take H2 gas, you want to separate, it can't be further simplified. Okay, so it is already a pure form, so it cannot be further simplified into more simple substances. So that's the second difference. Pure substances can't be separated into more pure substances by any physical method, by using filtration, by using centrifugation, any other technique which we consider as a physical techniques like filtration and all. We cannot separate these pure substances by using the physical methods. But mixtures can be separated. Like for example, soil is there. Components of soil can be separated by using the sieving method, or components of air can be separated by physical methods into individual components. So uh, by using the physical methods, mixture can be purified, but pure substances can't be further purified by using the uh, you know uh, pure physical methods. The third difference is pure substances has its own definite property. Pure substances has its own definite property. For example, oxygen gas. Oxygen gas supports burning. Hydrogen burns. It's act as a fuel. So they are having their own specific property. They have specific property. So hydrogen gas, anywhere if you collect the hydrogen gas, it will burn. It will burn as a fuel. Oxygen gas, if you collect it from Mars, if you collect it from Moon, anywhere, if you collect the oxygen gas, the oxygen gas will not have a different property. So they have a specific property. So pure substance has its own definite properties, but mixtures does not have its definite property. For example, if you take a 1 liter of water and if you mix some salt in it, in two samples of water, both are 1 liter, but if you just randomly mix the salt in that, you will find the different taste. So different properties will be found in the mixtures. So mixture shows a property of its own components, matlab they don't have specific definite property. Okay, so they shows properties of its components. Like for example, salt, when added, the water will be tasted salty. If you add sugar more, the water will taste sweet. So that's a different taste of the component can be seen in the mixtures. So because it is physically mixed together, so that's the reason that why it is so this is the difference between the pure substances and mixture. Now next slide we are going to discuss that what are the types of mixtures. Okay, now we will see that we have seen that what are pure substances, what are the mixtures, and then we have also seen further classification of pure substances, that is elements and compounds, and mixtures are further classified into homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. So types of mixtures are, the first is uh, you know see types of mixtures are, first is homogeneous mixtures. Okay, homogeneous mixtures are the mixtures which have uniform composition. Now what is the meaning of uniform composition? The uniform composition means the same type of or the when for example, if you just take a container, and if you just take water in it, and if you add salt, after dissolving salt in the water, you will not identify the salt in the water. It means that they mixed and forms a uniform layer. Okay, two layers can't be identified differently. For example, there are no such particles, so entire solution mixed together very nicely and form a single layer single layer is formed. Okay, so that's why it will be called as uniform mixture. For example, salt solution matlab when salt is added to water, it's a uniform mixture of salt. For example, here a few examples are also mentioned. Mixture of copper sulfate. Now when copper sulfate mix in water, we can't identify this is copper sulfate crystal, this is water particle, you can't identify. So when single layer is formed, two components may mix together and they form a single layer, then it will be called as uniform. Okay, then it will be called as uniform. So the uniform mixtures, or when uniform composition is formed, that time it will be called as homo matlab same, and geneous matlab mixture. Homogeneous, same layers are present, single layer is present in the mixture, and that's why it is called as homogeneous mixture. Now it has certain characteristics, like for example, the particles of the mixture can't be visible by naked eyes. Particles of the mixture, for example here, these are all particles of that salt solution, but they can't be identified. Now you cannot say that this particular is of salt, this particular of water. ऐसे हम बोल नहीं सकते कि ये पार्टिकल सॉल्ट का है और ये वाटर का है. We cannot identify that. So we cannot identify the mixtures component by naked eyes. The second thing is that the particles cannot be separated by filtration. The homogeneous mixtures particles can't be separated by filtration. For example, salt solution if you take, or sugar solution if you take, and if you pass it through a filter, sugar can't be separated by the filter, or salt can be separated by filter from the water. So filtration techniques, that is physical techniques से हम मिक्सचर्स के और होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर से कंपोनेंट को सेपरेट नहीं कर सकते. Mixture is stable. Third is mixture is stable. The particles does not settle down. If you keep it for 10 hours, 15 hours, the particles of homogeneous mixture can't be settled. They does not settle down. So they are stable. They are stable. So that is the third point. Then the the path of beam of light. For example, if you take a glass of water and if you pass the light through this torch light from this side, so the path of light will be undeviated, matlab it will go straight. The light will pass through the mixture straight. The beam of light, okay, here it is mentioned, the path of beam of light is visible in the mixture. It is visible, like sorry, it's not visible. It's not visible. The path of light is not visible. So if you pass the light rays through the homogeneous mixture, they are not visible in the this one homogeneous mixture. So if you, for example, this is the container of water, a salt solution, and you have a torch and you have focused the torch on the light from this side. So when light rays passes through this, they go straight and they do not, they are not visible. They can't be seen inside the here they can't be seen. Here we cannot see the beam of light. Okay, so invisible. So light is invisible inside the solution, homogeneous solution. Okay, homogeneous mixture में light is invisible. ऐसे invisible हो जाएगी वो. तो that is the next characteristics of homogeneous solutions. And the examples are mentioned, few examples are mentioned here: mixture of sugar in water, salt in water, mixture of copper sulfate in water. Okay, and then next is heterogeneous mixture. Okay, what is heterogeneous mixture? Mixture which has non uniform composition. For example, एक कंटेनर में हमने पानी ले लिया और उसमें दो अलग अलग टाइप के लेयर्स बन गए. फॉर एग्जांपल ये है एक लेयर और दूसरा है ये लेयर. सो दो अलग अलग लेयर बनने की वजह से देयर इज नो यूनिफॉर्मिटी. So that's why it will be called as heterogeneous. Hetero matlab different. Heterogeneous, different layers are formed, and that's why it is called as heterogeneous mixture. So the characteristics of these heterogeneous mixtures are: the particles are visible by naked eyes. The particles, if you mix the soil in water, the soil particles are easily visible. Okay, then second thing is that particles are separated by filtration. Soil and water mixture of soil and water can be separated by filtration technique. Can be separated by filtration technique. matlab soil will remain as a residue on the filter paper and water will pass as a filtrate down. Okay, so it can be separated by filtration technique. Then mixture is unstable. If you keep it for some time undisturbed for some time, the soil particle will settle down, so it will not be stable. It settles. Then beam of light is visible in the mixture. So if you pass the beam of light through the heterogeneous mixture, it will be visible. Okay, so examples are here: salt and sand, mixture of sulfur and iron fillings, mixture of oil and water. They're all the mixture examples of heterogeneous mixture. So this is about the chapter, first point of the chapter, that is what are the mixtures and what are the types of mixtures. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue the next period.